Focus your energy on bringing calm to the chaos instead of fueling the confusion. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Brooke Scott. So this quote is actually a compilation of different versions of time and time again that I've actually heard a quote. This started for me personally during, the pandemic and in facing a time of massive change with no rule book and a ton of just confusion and chaos in the world. And how are we going to cope with that? The real estate industry is experiencing something a little bit different now with a lot of a focus and a lot of spotlight on commissions. And it was interesting, I was listening to a real estate coach who's been in the business for many decades, and it's interesting, the advice that he was giving was very much the same. They were about to enter into a season of chaos, and he reminded us that it's our responsibility to bring the calm and to bring the understanding of what's going on. There's a lot of confusion in the world when it comes to all types of topics, whether it's about real estate commissions or the real estate process. And it's our job to focus on staying out of the confusion, lessening, the fuel to continue the confusion, and then trying to really bring the calm and the understanding, focusing on one communication at a time to help people really understand what their choices are, what their ability to negotiate is, and what's best for them. Something interesting about real estate commissions and negotiation is that from the early 1900s, when MLSs first started, all agents represented sellers, and because both sides represented sellers. Because they represented sellers, sellers paid the commission, and it's been almost 100 years of that being a common practice. And yes, representation has changed a little bit here and there along the way, and it has expanded, but the understanding that sellers paid this compensation has been going on for the better part of a century. And changes will happen, but they won't happen overnight. And because of this, being the way, if you will, for the last 100 years, it's going to take change and transition to move away from that. For better, for worse. It's a good thing or a bad thing. But again, it's not going to happen overnight. And there are pros and cons for why we do it. There have been pros and cons for why it's been this way for as long as it has. So again, knowing this, bringing the calm and the understanding, the rationalization, the logic, and most of all, the choice, which we have always provided, reminding people that the choice is theirs. So again, focus your energy on bringing the calm to the chaos, understand facts, understand information, provide choices, resources, information, and that's how we stay calm in a time of chaos. I hope you have a great Wednesday and a great week, and I'll see you next week.